Norton arrives at his doctor's office, stating that he has been experiencing dark urine and pale stool, along with a yellowing discoloration to the skin and sclera. During an assessment, the doctor notes a yellowing of the mucous membranes in the mouth, along with the hard palate. After hearing Norton's symptoms, the doctor sends him for a liver function test, liver imaging, and a complete blood count. The testing revealed that Norton was suffering from hepatic jaundice. After some discussion, the doctor informs Norton that his treatment options include blood transfusions or a liver transplant.
Now, to look at the normal pathophysiology, as red blood cells reach the end of their life cycle, which is at about 120 days, they get broken down by macrophages in organs like the spleen, liver, and lymph nodes. The macrophages break down the red blood cells and their hemoglobin into a heme group and globin component. The globin then further breaks down into amino acids and is irrelevant to the process of jaundice. However, the heme group gets split into iron and biliverdin, which has a green pigmentation. With the help of an enzyme, which is called biliverdin reductase, the biliverdin is converted to unconjugated bilirubin, which is lipid soluble, meaning it does not dissolve in water. This unconjugated bilirubin then binds to albumin, which is a protein in the blood, and travels to the liver, where it is taken up by hepatocytes. Once in the liver, the unconjugated bilirubin gets transferred by glucuronic acid to conjugated bilirubin, which is water soluble. Now, this conjugated bilirubin drains into the bile duct, where it travels to the gallbladder and is stored in bile. As the food reaches the small intestines, the gallbladder secretes the bile with the conjugated bilirubin. They travel through the duodenum, where they get converted to urobilinogen by microbes in the intestines. The urobilinogen then gets converted to other components and determines the color of our excretions.
Jaundice is a syndrome resulting from the abnormally high levels of bilirubin in the blood. When serum bilirubin exceeds 34 to 50 micromoles per liter, a yellowish discoloration of the skin, fingernails, sclera, and mucosal membrane will occur. The sclera is usually the first place you will notice a yellowing due to the attraction bilirubin has for elastic tissues. There are three divisions of jaundice: prehepatic, intrahepatic, and posthepatic. Prehepatic jaundice is caused by the disruption of bilirubin levels prior to the blood reaching the liver. In short, the red blood cells are being broken down at a rate that exceeds the liver's ability to properly remove the bilirubin from the blood. Intrahepatic jaundice is a result of the liver's inability to remove bilirubin from the blood or conjugate it once it actually reaches the liver. This in turn does not allow for the bilirubin to be excreted into the bile and removed from the body. This type of jaundice usually affects all aspects of bilirubin metabolism, potentially affecting uptake, conjugation, and excretion. Posthepatic jaundice, also known as obstructive jaundice, is caused by the disruption in flow of bile and the bilirubin that is contained within it. This obstruction can occur at any point between the liver and the intestine. Cell membrane. As previously stated, free bilirubin is transported through the blood by the protein albumin. As the albumin-bound bilirubin enters the liver, the free bilirubin absorbs through the hepatocyte cell membrane. This releases it from the carrier albumin. Once inside the hepatocyte cell, the free bilirubin is converted to conjugated bilirubin, making it water-soluble. Homeostasis. Jaundice is a direct result of the excess bilirubin levels within the body. This could be due to a variety of reasons, such as excess red blood cell hemolysis, the inability of the liver to break down the red blood cells, or the obstruction of bile, thus preventing the excretion of bilirubin. Proteins. The liver itself is an important site for protein synthesis. The liver produces a secretory protein called albumin, which transports free bilirubin through the blood to the liver. Without albumin, the transportation of free bilirubin would not be possible.
In summary, jaundice is caused by the increasing levels of bilirubin due to liver damage, bile duct issues, or excess destruction of erythrocytes. This results in yellowing of the sclera, hard palate, skin, along with dark urine and pale stool. The protein albumin allows bilirubin to be carried to the liver, which is then turned into conjugated bilirubin. In the liver, the hepatocyte cell membrane is where the conversion occurs. If any part is altered, increased levels of bilirubin occur, which disrupts homeostasis.